My name is Wally. I've been a bookseller for almost 7 years, and this is one of my favorite books of the last couple of years, Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. It deals with two outcast teens in a very poor neighborhood of Omaha in 1986. They bond over music and comic books, and it deals really delicately with issues of racism and poverty, and bullying and abuse. And it's a favorite of just about everybody on the staff. It was challenged in, I think, actually Omaha, and was retained in a library there. The issues were profanity and dealing with sexuality, which I think are really necessary to dealing with the really hard lives that these two teenagers deal with. I'm going to read a passage from the perspective of Park, who is this gentleman right here. It's pretty short. She was reading his comics. At first, Park thought he was imagining it. He kept getting this feeling that she was looking at him, but whenever he looked over at her, her face was down. He finally realized that she was staring at his lap. Not in a gross way. She was looking at his comics. He could see her eyes moving. Park didn't know that anyone with red hair could have brown eyes. He didn't know that anyone could have hair that red, or skin that white. The new girl's eyes were darker than his mom's, really dark, almost like holes in her face. That made it sound bad, but it wasn't. It might even be the best thing about her. It kind of reminded Park of the way artists drew Jean Grey sometimes when she's using her telepathy, with her eyes all blacked out and alien. Today the girl was wearing a giant men's shirt with seashells all over it. The collar must have been really big, like disco big, because she'd cut it out, and it was fraying. She had a man's necktie wrapped around her ponytail like a big polyester ribbon. She looked ridiculous. And she was looking at his comics. Park felt like he should say something to her. He always felt like he should say something to her, even if it was just hello or excuse me. But he'd gone too long without saying anything since the first time he'd cursed at her, and now it was all just irrevocably weird. For an hour a day, 30 minutes on the way to school, 30 minutes back, Park didn't say anything. He just held his comics open wider and turned the pages more slowly.